Hola beauties, welcome back to my channel, and if you're new here, hello, my name is Gurish Kaur. Welcome to my channel. So if you follow me on Instagram, the other day I asked you all to drop in your assumptions about me, and I haven't actually done the assumptions tag ever on my YouTube channel. So I thought of doing this same and seeing what do you really assume about me, huh? So yeah, I'm just gonna clear all your assumptions about me alongside doing a mukbang eating the super spicy Korean noodles. And yeah, bless me and my tummy and my mouth, it's gonna be set on fire when I bust some of your fire assumptions. Alright, so here are our super spicy noodles all ready. I'm very scared to actually have them. Isme I can very clearly see green chilies, red chili flakes and all sorts of chilies. Okay, so assumption number one is you are an introvert and always there to help people. That is semi-true, I would say. So the first part of it, that is I am an introvert. I would like to call myself an ambivert because yeah, I am an introvert around people I don't feel comfortable, and I am an extreme extrovert around like my people. Like I do have like very little friends, or like, you know, a very small tight-knit community of friends that I just can rely upon any day. So amongst them I am a crazy extrovert. I kind of enjoy my own space and my own self and my own company. I enjoy my own company a lot. So before answering the second part, let's take the first bite. Also, I guess the quantity of these noodles is like 1.5 packs of Maggi. It's not just like one pack, you know. One pack is not enough and 2 packs is like a little too much. So yeah, the quantity is decent and better than just 1 pack of Maggi. And there you go. I like it. It's spicy. It's spicy. Spicy ज़्यादा मुझे तो ये लग रहा है how I'm looking while eating on camera. Okay. I would say I'm generally always there to help people. My people who have a good rapport with me, I'm always there for them. I only allow very limited people in my circle and in the space that I call my people. So yeah, I mean, for them I'm always there anytime. I'll do just anything for them and I will go out of my way to help them, because yeah man, I really care for the people I do. And yeah. Okay, so the second assumption is you feel insecure around many people in places and in public. Again, it's just actually most of the assumptions are not like true or false. They are like, I have a justification to each of them. I don't necessarily feel insecure around many people. Again, depends upon what people I'm surrounded with. If it's work, not really. I personally feel I'm very confident on the professional front, but for example, if you leave me in a party with many people that are unknown to me, yes, I would certainly feel not insecure but a little awkward, I would say, you know. If I don't know a lot of them, I have to have some known people, you know, in a gathering to be comfortable. So I won't really be very much comfortable if it's, yeah, if it's a group of random people who I'm left with. The next assumption is you're very sweet and romantic kind of person. Your eyes say you're emotional and strong too. I would say that is spot on. Alright, so yeah, I would consider myself very emotional. I am super sensitive, I really am. Yet I am very strong because life has just made me this way. I have seen a lot of things, I believe, at a very early age. I'm just 20 and I lost a parent when my dad when I was 10, so I've kind of seen, you know, a lot in life and been experienced a lot in life. So yes, I am stronger that way. I started working at 18. I started my blog and started working by the age of 18 and had a job by 19. I'm currently 20 and going to be 21 soon. So you see, I have experienced a lot of things, I would say, at a very early age to call myself that I'm a little stronger than people my age. Yeah, because they have not really maybe been, you know, exposed to such things in their life. And apart from that, when you say that you're very sweet, I would like to accept that. I'm a kind person, to say the least, about me, because I don't want to, you know, brag a lot about myself. But yeah, okay, let's just take another bite into it. Yeah, I don't know how to eat noodles gracefully on camera, so please, mirchi hai yaar. फिर बताओ
बहुत
इक्विपमेंट डालनी है। मैंने अपने भाई को भी एक पैक ये बना के दी थी, देख लिया, बहुत मिर्ची है। माई स्पाइस टॉलरेंस इज बेटर देन हिम फॉर श्योर, बट बहुत मिर्ची है। सो नेक्स्ट assumption is you used to be camera shy person. I used to be very camera shy when I began. I used to literally write every line of my YouTube video, especially like in a talkie video. I used to write every line when I started off, like literally from Ola beauties to even goodbye, see you in my next one. I used to write down each line before, you know, filming, sitting down to film a video, and read it out 2 to 3 to 4 times, and then get on camera to speak. And now it's way better because I just sit down and start filming and literally just start the record button and I'm like, this is what I have to say today. Yeah, definitely I have been a lot better in terms of speaking in front of a camera, but otherwise I am still very camera shy when it comes to getting your pictures clicked. What is it, Gurush Kaur? What is it? I don't know. I really don't. It's just something in me. It actually boils down to my body image issues again, I believe, because been a thick girl, had body image issues. It's legit just something. I am always the person who clicks my friends' pictures because I don't want to be in the picture. I mean, I know it's weird. It's just something I I deal with. Okay, another bite. Richie, yeah. I will not have any water. I just want to torture myself today. I'll not have any water at least till the time I finish this video. So the next assumption is you are 5'9", quite close sis. I'm 5'8". I am a giant around my friends. Yeah, my friends are not that tall only, so I look like that giant. I'll just have some of this. So the next assumption is a lot of your friends are Muslims. Actually, I do have a lot of Muslim friends and friends from the faith online, to be honest, but not really as such in my real life, because like no personal reason as such. It's just that I went to like a Sikh school, then you know a Sikh college, a Khalsa college, that my school was also Mata Jangar Public School. So you know, I've not been surrounded by a lot of people from that faith in my real life, but online I have a really cool community of friends you know, who are from Islam. So the next question is, you belong to a proper Sikh family? Well, yes, I would want to say yeah, I do belong to a proper Sikh family. Another one is you try to buy expensive makeup and not drugstore. That's not really true. I love so many products from the drugstore that I use in my daily routine and pretty much all the time. And there are so many products from the drugstore that I keep restocking upon my setting sprays, my eyeliners. Probably I'll do like a separate video on my drugstore favorites so that you actually know how many products there are that I love from the drugstore. So that's false. Next assumption is you're a college going student. Yep. Another one, you weren't privileged enough when you started, now you contribute to your family financially. And that's very true and that's very sweet. That just makes me feel very good, honestly. Yes, that's very true. I wasn't really you know, very financially capable when I started, at least individually, not about my family. Thanks.
पता क्या है, इसका आफ्टर टेस्ट ऐसे रहता है बहुत देर तक. आफ्टर स्पाइस टेस्ट.
After spice taste तो खा के रहे
हैं.
Seriously, what the fuck are you doing?
आफ्टर टेस्ट जस्ट वो
टेस्ट से क्यों खा रहे हो? ये ना टेस्ट अजीब से कि टेस्टी भी है बट मिर्ची भी बहुत लग रही है. But it's tasty also. Back to where I was. Where was I? So I do contribute to my family even financially now, and that's the best feeling in the world, let me tell you. It just feels so good to be able to contribute to your family financially, and I love me doing that at this age. I just feel good. You know, even my brother, he started earning at a very early age because my dad passed away when I was 10, so we were quite small when, you know, my father passed away, and my mother was never working, so she was a housewife. I'll give you a little background story. So my mother was a housewife, and when my dad expired, there was no you know, earning person in the family. So initially my mom tried to be that person and support the family financially. She used to give tuitions, then she even worked at a physiotherapy physiotherapy clinic. She worked as a helper at a physiotherapy clinic. When we were little, we were in I was in 4th or 5th standard and my brother was in 8th or 9th. So yeah, my mom has done a lot for us. Like, I can't put it in words. My mom is my superhero and much more for that matter. So she used to, as I was saying, she used to first give tuitions in the evening, work at a physiotherapy clinic, and she even used to teach at a school. Can I just tell you, जो स्कूल में पढ़ाती थी उनकी monthly salary, if I'm not wrong, was 2500 or 2800. 2500 रुपए month के. And this is just 10 years ago. This is not like कितनी पुरानी बात की. This is like 10 years ago. और whew, we have had our share of bad days. We have had our fair share of bad days like every other, you know, family. And I'm like so glad that we were raised so well by that single woman. She well raised us with all the values, and she genuinely taught me the importance of being financially independent. Yeah, because if she was well educated, if she was in a position that she was already working, we might not have had all those bad experiences. There were some real bad days during, you know, those times when we were building ourselves back up after such a big loss in the family. So yeah, that's somewhere, I guess, just gotten me that I got to be financially independent. I got to be something. I got to have my, you know, an identity of my own in my life before ever going on this path of finding a partner. Probably this is the reason I'm just not very much like my peers of my age, people who just get into casual relationships, hanging out day in and day out. But yeah, I really want my life to have a purpose. I want to be something that I'm proud of, and that someday my children are proud of, that damn, she's a mom. So yeah, it's a lot. That was such a long answer and such a random answer. I'm so sorry. Okay, I'll take another bite. Mirchi. Okay, so the next question is, I thought your age is 22 or 23. So yeah, currently I'm 20. I'll be 21 in December. People often think that I am 23, 24, in my mid-20s or even in my late 20s. So I'm just a little used to it. See, another one. I thought you were married and had a kid. I'm so sorry. Don't be sorry, love. I've just heard this too much. Like, see, another one. I thought your age was 25. Like, this is gonna be so many. I just know it. Found you cute and humble at the same time. Little introvert, but I think that's okay. Hey, introverts are cool, man. There's nothing wrong about being an introvert. And yes, I would agree to the humble part. Cute, you decide. That you're so tall and I want a few inches from you. Well, I am actually pretty damn tall. I'm 5'8", damn it. Even my guy friends, some of my guy friends are like either just my age or a little shorter than me, and that's all at times. 100% Punjabi foodie. Well, hell yeah, I am a foodie and I don't feel ashamed of it. I am. I love food, man. I wish I had a better metabolism rate though, because yeah, I like to eat. I mean, I really like to eat, and I really wish if I had a better metabolism rate and I was one of those people, you know, जो इतना खाते हैं and still इतने पतले होते हैं. Yeah, you don't get everything in life. Let's take another bite on that, you know, note. ऐसा मुझे लगता है एक साथ खाओ ना तब ज़्यादा मिर्ची लगती है. Like when you're eating continuously, then you feel the spice. Because I'm taking breaks, I'm not feeling the spice as much. Should I finish it एक बार and हाँ वो तो जले अच्छे से. Why did I do this to me? Mirchi जैसा कुछ नहीं होता. It's a man-made concept.
Oh my god! Wow!
So you're good at studies. I would want to say I was good at studies, but until 6th grade. And 6th के बाद तो मेरे marks धीरे धीरे करके drop ही हुए. 6th में I hit 10 CGPA. 6th तक I would say 98, 99, 100 मतलब ऐसे वाला बच्चा था मैं. Then 6th पे I guess I got 10 CGPA. उसके बाद I got my clan. I got my 2 friends that are still my heart. उसके बाद तो हमने जितना मतलब जितनी मस्ती करी है ना स्कूल में, उसके बाद हम भूल गए पढ़ाई क्या होते हैं. उसके बाद हम इवेंट धीरे धीरे करके भूल गए. फिर उसके बाद 6th के बाद मेरी 10 से 9.7 फिर 9.3 ऐसे करके CGPA गिरी है. I would want to say I was that kid जिसकी PTM पे टीचर्स बोलती थी इसमें दिमाग बहुत है अगर ये यूज करे तो, बिकॉज इन एवरी क्लास ना आई यूज्ड टू बी द किड हु यूज्ड टू आस्क अ लॉट ऑफ क्वेश्चंस. अगर मतलब अपने मुंह से तारीफ करने वाली बात है, बट मेरे में दिमाग है. जस्ट इवन इफ आई एम इंटरेस्टेड, आई एम नॉट अ डम किड, आई एम नॉट गोना से आई एम इंटेलिजेंट, बट आई एम अ स्मार्ट किड प्रोवाइडेड आई एम इंटरेस्टेड इन इट, आई कैन एक्सेल इन इट. एंड दिस हैज हैपेंड ऑलवेज. जिस चीज में मेरे को इंटरेस्ट होता है, दिमाग तो है यार, वही यूज करने वाली बात है. टीचर सही थी. सो वही कि दिमाग है, यूज करे तो. जिन जिन चीजों मुझे पता है मैंने आज तक आई हैव गिवन माय हार्ट एंड सोल, आई हैव एक्सेल्ड इन देम. सो या द अदर क्वेश्चन इज, यू आर वेरी शाई थ्रू आउट योर स्कूल एंड कॉलेज लाइफ. You never spoke and participated in every activity, which is exactly the opposite. I'm exactly the opposite. I'm that person जिसको हर चीज में घुसना होता है. कोई फंक्शन हो रहा है, कुछ हो रहा है, I want to participate in it. I used to be that kid in school. हर डिबेट में, हर प्ले में, हर एनुअल फंक्शन हो गया, स्पोर्ट्स डे हो गया, कुछ बोल. आई यूज्ड टू बी गुड एट स्पीकिंग एंड एक्टिंग. सो प्लेज एंड एनी डिबेट, स्पीच कॉम्पिटिशन जो भी होते थे, declamation and these poetry reciting, I used to be in everything. Also I used to be good at writing back in the day. Like I think I'm still good at writing, I just don't spend that kind of, I don't have that kind of enough free time to have my thoughts gathered and write them out. I used to do poetry, I used to write poetry. I even attempted at writing, I don't want to say a novel, it was just something. Tried to write, in my head it was a novel. I even named that novel. I named that novel Chasing Hope, which ended up being just my diary. So Chasing Hope was the, title of the novel, and I started writing something, and that I never utilized that piece of writing. So yeah, but I was, and still I'm very active in terms of extracurricular stuff. मुझे इन चीज़ों में तो बहुत interest आता है. Even with my college, I joined in college first year starting. I also joined in the theatre society because I'm always very interested in theatre, plays, acting. Just all this stuff is so my thing. When you like to be responsible rather than being a responsibility, which is so true. I hate to be so dependent upon anybody. I'm the person who will die trying to figure out stuff and then do all that stuff by myself rather than asking somebody for help. Matlab, at times it's so severe that I'm my dumb ass at the end of the day thinks like, इससे मतलब पूछ ही लेते, इससे हेल्प ही मांग लेते, सब कुछ खुद नहीं करना होता. बट या I'm that person who will try कि जितना जो हो सकता है to do by myself. I hate asking people for favors and help. It being a responsibility, certainly. I love the feeling of being self-dependent. So yeah. So I'll be skipping on the repeated questions. And another one, your drive in your career comes from some brokenness in your childhood as a fat kid, maybe. That's very that's very well thought and very wholesome as a question or as an assumption, I would say. Very well, Ruchita. Thank you so much for asking that. So yes, I would actually want to say that being a fat kid and having serious body image issues, I mean, yes, I would want to say yes, there is some brokenness in my childhood that, yeah, probably that reflects in that drive, that real passion to kill it in my career and be something. It's not, but it's not really to prove somebody, if that's what, the question is directed at. It's not to prove anybody, it's probably to prove myself that my self-worth is much more, and just my body, my fat body does not define my self-worth. My self-worth is way above that and way beyond that. It's upon what kind of person I am, what value do I add as an individual, my personality, my persona, and so many little things that I guess contribute to your self-worth and should contribute to your self-worth, and not your physical appearance at any point of life. So, but yes, my drive certainly somewhere comes from that brokenness in childhood. So yeah. Alright, so I'll just take a last one for the day and call it a wrap. Your ideal date would be very simple. Okay, so what better way to end than talking about my ideal love interest? So yeah, to say the least, the assumption is kind of true. I like people to be simple. I can't handle a very overcomplicated person. I don't know if that's correct to say. I don't know really. You get me? At least that person should definitely vibe with me. I should have and feel that connect. That is the first stepping stone of having a love interest, right? You should feel that connect. You should feel like you can discuss anything and everything with that person, and having that bond, that bond of trust, I would say. And I firstly have to be comfortable with that person in every way, shape or form. And comfortable, I'm not talking about physical compatibility, I'm talking about emotional compatibility. And yeah, just going over the basics, I don't want the person to be like a patriarchal jerk for obvious reasons. I want the person to see me as an individual who's also, you know, desiring growth in her life in all aspects for that matter. And I actually like somebody who's ambitious, who wants to do something with their life and are just not, you know, will join their dad's business and will live off their dad's money. I'm sorry, but I like self-made people. I like people, even if not self-made, are ambitious in their life, have goals in their life, are directed and, you know, every day working towards something. I don't want somebody jo vela ho. Like somebody who would care for me, yet would also give me my own space and my own time, and would respect my work. Like, actually my work is a very huge part of my life and my identity. Somebody who understands me should also understand my work and give me and allow me the time that I need to, you know, grow in this field. And yeah, just support me in every way. Be a simple, nice person, just a good human being, like literally. Everybody has flaws, but being not being a good person, being just a jerk is not accepted. And yeah, maybe on second note, some traits that I've seen my father with, that would be being very kind, very generous. So he was very kind, very generous, and I would like to have some of these traits in my some future partners. So yeah. Alright guys, so that's all I got for you today. This assumption session went ahead to be a lot more intimate and personal than I expected, but I kind of like it. It was great being vulnerable with you guys, because this is the place, you know, this is my comfy place again. You guys are my people, so this is some place I believe and I really feel that I can be vulnerable around, and I can, you know, it's my space. So yeah, thank you so much for giving me this opportunity to be vulnerable around you guys, and it was lovely interacting with you all. And yeah, see you in my next one. Thank you so much for joining in.